A very good evening to all and welcome to News Tonight here on UBC TV this Thursday, the 7th day of March 2024. We're coming to you live online and on air from Broadcast House here on Nile Avenue. I am Rukidi Kiijanangoma. Now, 99% of candidates who undertook the Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education UACE examinations in 2023 have successfully passed, marking them eligible for the UACE certificate. The Executive Director of the Uganda National Examinations Board, UNEB, Dan Odongo, made this announcement during the results release statement at State House, Nakasero. According to Odongo, if universities maintain the minimum requirement of considering two principal level passes for admissions, 73.7% of the candidates this year qualify for university admission, showing a positive increase from 70.3% in 2022. During the results release, Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Museveni, expressed her satisfaction with the overall performance, highlighting improvements in biology and an increase in principal passes at this level. Take a watch.
Uganda National Examinations Board and the Ministry of Education and Sports have released the final set of examinations for this year for candidates who sat UACE in 2023. This year, 109,488 candidates participated in the examinations, a 13.4% increase from the 96,550 in 2022. Despite the growth, there continues to be a consistent trend of fewer female candidates compared to males. The results indicate positive performance trends in principal level subjects, especially in entrepreneurship education, Christian religious education, geography, literature in English, agriculture, chemistry, biology and art. Furthermore, 99.1% of the candidates are eligible for the UACE certificate. Of these, 73.7% achieved two principal level passes, qualifying for university admissions, while 90.7% with one principal pass and two subsidiary passes are eligible for admission to other tertiary institutions.
Reported improvements in the quality of the candidates' work, with higher mean scores in many subject areas where the performance has been reported to have improved. Subjects continue to show lower than desired principal level passes. The factors that are responsible for this state of affairs, they include teaching theoretically with candidates lacking the practical skills that they need to perform experiments, to record and interpret their results. And questions in the theory papers that require practical experience were found to pose a lot of problems to the candidates. The humanities have tended to be better done.
While releasing the results at State House Nakasero, Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Museveni, expressed her satisfaction with the improvement in biology at the UACE level and a marked rise in the number of principal passes.
This is commendable. In the past, this important science subject had not been done well for whatever reasons. My hope is that by addressing the areas of concern that UNEB publishes annually, this improvement will be sustained. To our teachers, in order to sustain these gains, we need to see more commitment from our teachers, really. Please be there for your learners and ensure you provide them with both the theory and the practical skills they need to learn.
The performance of female candidates surpassed their male counterparts in principal level passes A to E across all subjects except in agriculture, chemistry and biology.
However, we continue to see a low percentage of the female candidates at this level offering mathematics and science combinations. The paradox, Honourable Minister, is that the girls who offer the STEM subjects perform well, if not better than the boys. The question is then, why do the girls shy away from these subjects?
All 34 candidates inmates from Luzira Upper Prison who sat for the UACE passed. However, there is a concern about the lower pass rate for special needs candidates, standing at 92.7% compared to 99.1% for other candidates. While cases of malpractice at this level are decreasing, UNEB acknowledges a few instances of results being withheld for further investigation. I'm Nafka Farida and Stephen Kalisia in Kampala.
Now, the Ministry of Education and Sports has set the date for those repeating 2023 Uganda Certificate of Education examinations. Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Kataha Museveni, has reiterated that this is a one-off and urged all those intending to sit this set of exams to register with UNEB accordingly.
Resolution by the Ministry of Education and Sports revealed that candidates interested in repeating the 2023 Uganda Certificate of Education is set in October and November 2024.
I thank the board for adjusting the timetable for the transitional examination as I guided last time. This should give adequate time for the registration of our young people who would wish to take advantage of this opportunity. Please note that the government will support those learners who had been under the USE program.
The Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Kataha Museveni, has guided that apart from those who failed papers, even those whose exams withheld on different bases are advised to utilize this window.
Those wishing to repeat the examination, those that had registered but missed the examination for various reasons, and those that had failed to register. The board now includes those whose results are withheld and may be cancelled.
This is one of opportunity to close the chapter of old lower secondary education curriculum to transit to the new competence-based curriculum.
Also to be noted further is that this is a one-off examination, meaning that it will not be done again, as I explained.
Uganda National Examinations Body (NEB) has clarified on the registration conditions for this special set of exams, where registration fees remain unchanged and a candidate will not register for more than 10 papers.
Such persons use the code for school candidates repeating the examination. They may register for one or more subjects, but not exceeding 10. The board will maintain the same fees rates as in the previous examination. That is Uganda shillings 164,000.
Government commits support to those repeating candidates previously under the Universal Secondary Education Arrangement, and all repeating candidates are advised to register with their previous USE centers. Abdul Nasir Lubwama for UBC.
Now, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has challenged women leaders to preach the message of getting everyone into the money economy instead of spending time politicking. He made the remarks today while addressing leaders of the National Women's Council and the National Resistance Movement Women's League at State House, Entebbe. The president advised the women leaders to encourage people with small pieces of land to adopt the 4-acre model. President Museveni informed the women leaders that apart from commercial agriculture, they can also encourage people to use a MUGA program and small-scale manufacturing like shoemaking, tailoring, among others, to get out of poverty.
Excellency, you are the national chair of the mighty party called NRM. When we were contesting, we started from the village until we made it to the national level and the district level. So we call ourselves grassroots women. We are the custodians of all the women of Uganda by law, irrespective of their political parties. Your Excellency, the structure of the National Women's Council was established by an act of parliament. It gives us powers to lead all the women of Uganda, nga tetusosodde. Mugwanga, not even in your religion. If you turn 18 and above, you are under the Women's Council. For us, we only take up leadership roles and responsibilities, but the women that we lead are all the women of Uganda.
Very glad you have come here, and I congratulate you on Women's Day tomorrow. It's very good that many of you support the NRM, and your proposal about the candidature would be discussed by the structures of, you are part of the structures, you have given your opinion. We shall pass those opinions to the other structures, the NEC, National Executive Committee, SEC, and National Conference later, but you have given your opinion and I have noted it. We are going to take a picture. But most importantly, I really want, the other day I gave a speech on Lonyo, Pidan, Oti, Acher, which is homestead incomes. I want to really challenge all of you to fully understand and work for our concept, because we started this in the 1960s when there were these our other political parties. There was DP, there was UPC, there was Kawaka Yeka, but all of them had a problem of elitism. Byali bibina bya abasoma, the parties of the educated. We were, of course, educated also, but we had a difference. We were of the view that we should change everybody. In your language of today, I hear you talking of leaving nobody behind. There is that slogan, which we should leave nobody behind. But we started that as a student movement in the 1960s. When we tell you about the parish development model, we want the whole parish to change, the whole parish. So the message should be every homestead to join the money economy with the Ichibaro. And for the people with the small acre, with the small land, we told you about the 4 acres model. 4 acres model. Have one acre for coffee, have 1 acre for fruits, have 1 acre for pasture, dairy, have 1 acre for food for the home. And in the backyard, you can do the pigs if you want. If you are not a Muslim, you can do poultry. You can do fish farming. This is for the small scale. Intensive agriculture, using a small piece of land to get good money. Apart from agriculture, commercial agriculture with the Kibaro, there is the emyoga, the skills of the hand. This is before you talk about the big factories which are are brought here by Ugandans, but also by foreigners. So that's the second channel of getting out of poverty. The third channel are services. Services like border borders, or where is it? Border borders, hotels, singing, witchcraft. Because those are also service providers. They pretend to tell you what is happening. Preaching the gospel, medical, you can be a service provider, medical, and professionals like engineering, and so those are part of service. So that is sector 3. So you that as NRM Baburzi, as NRM Basosodoti, preachers, you should give a clear message of how people can get out of poverty.
President Yoweri Museveni ending that story there. Now, changes in the new curriculum emphasize the importance of ICT and practical learning, and that is according to Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Kataha Museveni. During the release of the UAC exams, she highlighted the inadequacy of computer and other equipment in many schools, emphasizing the need for improvement in this regard.
Education and Sports advocates for increased emphasis on the use of ICT in schools to enhance studies. In addition to the new curriculum's focus on physical education, the ministry believes that incorporating practical studies supported by computer knowledge is crucial for educational development. Apart from general paper, which is used at A-level, candidates are encouraged to choose either subsidiary mathematics or subsidiary ICT.
Notably, both UNEB chairperson and the executive director's reports indicate that science and mathematics entries have also increased. Although we are not where we want to be.
Mama, another area that will require urgent attention is ICT. Apart from the general paper, candidates must offer subsidiary mathematics or subsidiary ICT. From what we observed in the performance of the candidates, many schools are ill-equipped in terms of the computers and the printers that the candidates need for practical examination. And this greatly impacts on their acquisition of the skills and quality of work that they present during the examination.
This shift aligns with the overall improvement in performance compared to last year. At Hilton High School Mukono, celebrations of outstanding performance included a school brass band, creating a vibrant atmosphere for students.
I'm too grateful for my points, the 20 points I got, and also for the support from the school, Hilton High School Mukono, also especially support from the teachers.
Oruport Dimiano emerged among the country's best with an impressive 20 points in sciences.
I intend to be a civil engineer, and 20 points here, as usual, not everyone gets them, but I think it's my luck and God has given it to me.
Hilton High School Mukono had 8 students followed closely with 19 points each, with names like Wambi Elvis, Wasagala Agre and Akiro Naomi ranking among the best in Mukono.
Generally, the school, the parents and the environment here is very nice, conducive. The teachers are available for consulting. So I've been able to make it with the 19 points because of my school.
I want to be a medical doctor, and I encourage my fellow students to continue reading hard and be persistent.
I'm so joyed that I managed to make 19 points. Yeah, it was not because of my own making, but it was because of the grace of the Lord, the Almighty, because of my hard work. The work of the teachers that they they had to incur into my journey of academics.
Head teacher Gordon Katimbo expressed gratitude for the excellent performance, attributing it to the school's meticulous attention to detail.
And all the candidates that we presented for UNEB 2023 have passed with flying colors going to the university. None of them cannot access university because they have the 2 principal passes and above. Therefore, I want to thank everybody, to thank the parents in absentia for the support.
Hilton High School Mukono has recently refurbished both its computer and science laboratories, aiming to enhance the learning experience for students.
Ngabo Imon reporting there. Now, Wakiso and Mukono districts have once again showcased exemplary performance in the recently released 2023 UACE examinations, leading to widespread joy and celebrations across various campuses, as we see in this story.
Celebrations marked another successful examination period at Wudo Senior Secondary School with 497 candidates.
It has been good. God has been on our side. So far, we've got 9 students scoring 20 points. We've got 15 scoring 19 and 26 scoring 18 points. So God has been on our side. I thank the parents for having paid school dues on time. I thank the students for working hard.
Girls outperformed the boys, and those who excelled spoke passionately about their achievements.
I'm so glad. I've just made it. I've just made my 20. It's not the first 20, but this one is a special one. This is a national 20.
I thank God that I managed to get 20 points. I have AAA, I have D1 in GP, and credit 4 in ICT. I just give glory back to God.
At Crested Senior Secondary School in Machindie, impressive results were achieved by the 2023 USE candidates, with the best performers being girls.
Divinity, Entrepreneurship and Geography. I got 18 points, and I thank my teachers, and obviously I have to thank God first because He's so big and He's so good. So I'm going to do law at MOOC.
We had 110 students. All these students qualified to join the university, and our best students are 4 with 18 and sciences. So we want to thank God that even when people think sciences are hard, Crested Secondary School continues to perform very well, and even arts were done very well. We thank God so much, and we attribute all this to good teachers, good learning environment. Our director has been very supportive. Our parents have been supportive.
Nothing is flabbergasting. Crested has been a top-notch school from day one, and we are very grateful for our USC results. I got 18 points, and I was doing history, entrepreneurship and divinity. We are grateful to our dear principal, Madam Lydia, for all the hard work she has done for us to make sure that we excel.
The head teacher, Senchisto Namugongo Kazibo Ezekiel, attributes the students' good performance to the good teamwork between the staff, students and parents who worked hard for the better USCE results. 80 students from this school got 18 points from both science and arts departments.
The top students were 4. They were doing BCM, that is biology, chemistry and math, and all of them scored 18 points. Again, we also had the other category of the art subjects. They also scored 18 points, and they were 4. Those are 8 top. So we thank God for the great performance.
My name is Nkwanga Nuhu Nsubuga. I was in the arts class senior 6, and I was able to get 18 points. Mostly what made me score these points was the school administration that helped me. My parents that were able to get up for me the school fees, and the hard work I also put in also helped me excel.
My name is Owen Mukasa, and I've been doing
head and I passed with 18 aggregates. And what enabled me to pass was the teamwork plus discussions which were continuous, plus the moral and financial support from my parents.
At Namugongo Secondary and Vocational School, Janda, where the 64 candidates who sat for the 2023 USCE examinations achieved 3 principal passes, excelling with 19 points in arts subjects and 17 points in science subjects.
Performed the way we have performed very well. We also credit the students. They were very committed to studies. They could visit the library, they could consult the teachers, and as a result, they were able to score highly. In fact, the overall performance is that the whole school passed with 3 principals. I encourage parents to bring children to Namugongo Secondary and Vocational School.
Senior 6 zibadde nungi kati tulinze vocational. Ate nga nkimanyi nti ne vocational kijja kubeera kigalo.
My name is Nalumo Rukundo Hope. I am so excited. I am so happy. I feel so awesome. I got 18 points. Oh my God. I feel so good. I feel so happy. Thank you to my teachers. Thank you to Namugongo Secondary and Vocational School. It's the best school ever in the world.
This is one of the best schools in the country. It has made us qualify to university with all the principal passes that we want. We are thankful to the parents, the teachers, and all the people that have helped us excel in these exams.
Students and teachers, of course, from various schools, both within Kampala and Wakiso, celebrating their excellent performance in the UACE examinations. Now, the Prime Minister, Right Honourable Robin Nabanja, has assured potential investors from the European Union that the government of Uganda will do everything in its power to facilitate them to set up businesses in the country. Nabanja made the pronouncement at the closure of the 3rd Uganda-AU Business Forum at Munyonyo Commonwealth Resort and Conference Centre this Thursday afternoon.
Nabanja says that Uganda is an investment hub in East and Central Africa and outlined the comparative advantage Uganda has in Africa. Nabanja told a delegation of the business community from the EU that Uganda has some of the best investment climates in Africa and offers several incentives to local and foreign investors.
Uganda is one of the safest and most peaceful countries in Africa. That's one of the reasons. I know you have already been told, but let me emphasize as a leader of government business. Number 2, Uganda has a friendly investment policy and legal framework. And of course, investors, both domestic and foreign, receive several tax and non-tax incentives in line with the Investment Code Act of the year 2019. Number 3, Uganda is one of the best investment destinations in the world, by the way. The African Development Bank listed Uganda among the best investment destinations in Africa in the year 2023, with the economy projected to grow by 6.7% in the year 2024.
The Prime Minister said that Uganda exported to the EU goods worth 800 million euros and imported products from the Union valued at 700 million euros. Nabanja noted that the government is establishing 25 industrial and business parks in various parts of the country to facilitate investors to set up industries.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have taken note of the following 4 key economic sectors that you identified at this forum for investment. A, agrobusiness. B, minerals. That is sustainable mining and value addition. C, enabling infrastructure, energy and digital, and lastly, sustainable tourism. The government of Uganda has already prioritized the same sectors as key drivers of socio-economic transformation in the current National Development Plan. We hope that your positive investment commitments in these sectors will enable Uganda to achieve its socio-economic transformation goals and strengthen the partnership between Uganda and the European Union. I welcome the 8 new projects worth 200 million euros launched by Team Europe and Uganda at this forum to support small businesses, women entrepreneurs, agro-business, and digital infrastructure initiatives. These projects will definitely.
The head of the EU delegation to Uganda, Jen Shadek, says that the EU is committed to further grow the trade and investments in Uganda. Shadek says that more European companies are getting interested in investing in Uganda. The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Tayebwa, has pledged to engage in numerous dialogues to ensure support of SMEs to help them prosper.
That's something we should discuss seriously. Now, the issue also I have shared, and I think we are going to have a very, very serious dialogue on this, thinking that government intervention from a financing perspective will prepare the country into a middle-income status. I think that's wrong, and it can never be successful. Attracting private equity, private capital into the country to support SMEs, support small and big businesses is the only sustainable way. Because government, I can tell you, government across, I can tell you, out of a budget of 52 trillion, only 22 trillion is available for discretionary appropriation. The rest is already tied up into statutory expenditure.
Best performing companies in the export of goods to the EU were awarded for the good work being done to promote Ugandan products. The EU-Uganda Business Forum ran under the theme, Boosting Trade and Investments, What Can Uganda Gain from this Global Gateway? Mary Namkose, Ismail Kasoha, UBC News.
Now, a section of officials from the Accounts Department at the Ministry of Finance has been grilled by the Public Accounts Committee over the loopholes in the management of the Consolidated Fund. The Accountant General at the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, Lawrence Semakula, failed to explain the cause for the unspent balances, which has consistently failed the implementation of several programs. Daniel Mugoya reports.
Recently, the members of parliament expressed dissatisfaction over the status of the Consolidated Fund, claiming mismanagement, failing service delivery. Among the inquiries included the disparity in the utilization of the released funds for contingencies, reasons for the unspent balances, and the failure to budget for the non-tax revenue. The Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development has engaged with the Public Accounts Committee to respond to the concerns of the MPs.
You are unable to spend that money, which makes your claim of the stock of debt rollover suspect.
Members from the Accounts Department in the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development locked horns with the MPs as their presentation was found wanting. These were interrogated on matters of mismanagement without detailed documentations.
If you feel that the money will not be there because you have not revised the revenue income, and you are revising, increasing the expenditure, then where do you expect to get the money from?
The Accountant General at the Ministry of Finance, Semakula Rollins, reiterated that government operates on a cash budget.
But now you come to the end of the financial year. You remember you are at treasury operations. Now, your cash limit that you had got for this treasury operation was 8 trillion. But you don't have the physical cash. So what is outstanding are other obligations.
According to members of the committee, the same ministry comes to Parliament requesting for supplementary on monies that they can't account for.
Why does finance propose to Parliament to approve money without known sources of funding? The proposal comes from you.
Go in for supplementary when added to the original budget. You don't absorb it.
When asked to account for so far the overpayment and issues of false certificates without inspections of physical works for the International Specialized Hospital, Rubowa, the Accountant General had no facts.
You had money and audacity. No, let's go slow.
you had money and audacity to go and redeem promissory notes of Lubowa.
The reason as to why, Accountant General, we want you to give attachments that convinced you that, by the time of payment for the promissory notes, at least you had those attachments that could convince you to commit government of Uganda to pay this money. We cannot take this lightly.
You must also be sure that at least this payment I'm releasing is being released authentically.
Semakula, however, committed to avail auditing reports of the same issue.
You, to come before this committee, in front of the chair, you are only insisting on promissory notes. Promissory notes. The Act gives you extra powers before you make payments to detect the embezzlement and mismanagement. And that's why the chair is bitter.
Provide those documentation
we
to
shall
this
provide
committee.
this documentation.
The committee, chaired by Muwanga Kivumbi, however, questioned why the permanent secretary and secretary to the Treasury, Ramadhan Ngowi, was not present.
And he refused to appear. Is not proper. And he takes these committees of parliament for a ride.
In the meantime, liaise with the Secretary for Treasury to appear here. I think it will take us 2 hours.
Lydia Chomkama and Gloria Gitabinji, Parliament.
Do you have
matters pertaining to the health sector now, and the Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Health, Dr. Diana Atwine, unveiled plans to secure strategic funding for the health sector, aiming to minimize unnecessary medical referrals abroad and elevate the country's capacity, positioning it as a medical hub. During a press briefing at the Ministry of Health headquarters, Dr. Atwine announced an upcoming surgical camp, conference and exhibition scheduled for March 26th at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds.
To curb medical tourism and reduce referrals abroad, the Ministry of Health, in collaboration with the Association of Surgeons in the country, has organized a surgical camp and exhibition to showcase the country's capabilities in surgical procedures. The Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Health, Dr. Diana Atwine, emphasized the need for smart and strategic funding, expressing concern over prominent individuals seeking surgical procedures abroad at the government's expense when the same services are available locally. The objective is to redirect those resources towards building the country's medical expertise.
Here, we want to see how we can work together to make sure that we start pushing for smart and strategic funding for the health sector so that we are able to do more. We are able also to stop unnecessary referrals abroad. We are able to build the capacity in the country, and we are able to strategically locate ourselves and position ourselves as also as a future medical tourism, whatever, hub.
Dr. Frank Asimwe, the President, Association of Surgeons in the country, highlighted the recent success of the maiden kidney transplant, demonstrating the country's ability to provide quality surgical services. The plan now extends to performing a broader range of procedures in the surgical field, including liver, brain, and kidney surgeries, among others.
We thought we would exhibit the kind of services that are available in the country to the nation, to the public, and then also to the policy makers, the CEOs of various companies, the members of parliament, the cabinet ministers, the people who make decisions, so that they see how much is being done right now. We also express the gap. How can we do better? Where are our shortfalls, either in terms of funding, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of training. And His Excellency the President has agreed to grace our occasion, and of course the Minister of Health has taken us under their wings and helped us organize this exhibition. So on March 26th at Kololo, we are going to be having all these different subspecialties exhibiting the different things they have been doing.
The upcoming surgical exhibition is a platform to inform and inspire the public and the corporate world, fostering confidence in the capabilities of both the public and the private health sectors to perform specialized medical procedures right here in the country. Zahara Abigaba, UBC News.
Fred!
Osmosis.
Freddy! Fred Dollar, my boss, CEO Inojo, the general of generals, the conqueror of conquerors, the first and the final, the sky above the skies, the promised land, the terms and the conditions, the international king crocodile, the source of the Nile.
I don't have money today.
Just take a polite loan of 200k to stock on my shop. The signs and symptoms of success. The bank commander, not the bank teller.
Why hassle for a loan when you've got MTN Momo? We're sorting it. Use the Momo app or dial *165*5# for all quick loans. Choose from the different loan options from our partners and get one that works for you. Together, we're unstoppable.
Have you packed more with Harbour jelly and Harbour foam? Yes, we packed. It will protect your skin from skin rashes. More with pack. It is a new improved more with Harbour jelly. So soft and smooth. It is a more with Harbour jelly.
Tell me, kids, the sense. Any irritations? No more rashes and irritations. Movit Herbal Jelly and Herbal Soap is rich in natural herbs for a smooth and glowing skin.
Movit all day confidence.
The government of Uganda and the Uganda Bureau of Statistics is calling upon all stakeholders such as the chief administrative officers, city mayors, resident city commissioners, city clerks, city and division councillors, wards and LC chairpersons, as well as the residents and business communities to cooperate with the UBOS field teams as we embark on advanced preparations to conduct the National Population and Housing Census on the 10th of May 2024. The census will be a 10-day exercise to obtain statistical data and information that will be used for planning and policy formulation, including information on 1. How many we are, 2. Where we are, 3. How we are living, 4. What we own, and 5. Where we access services from. The Uganda Bureau of Statistics has now started listing of households and mapping in the 11 cities of Arua, Fort Portal, Gulu, Hoima, Jinja, Lira, Mbale, Masaka, Mbarara, Soroti, and in the Greater Kampala comprising of Kampala, Wakiso, and Mukono districts. For more information, please call 0755 342 128 or 0773 342 128. This message is brought to you by the Executive Director and Census Commissioner, Uganda Bureau of Statistics. Census 2024. It matters to be counted.
Fred!
Osmosis.
Freddy! Fred Dollar, my boss, CEO Inojo, the general of generals, the conqueror of conquerors, the first and the final, the sky above the skies, the promised land, the terms and the conditions, the international king crocodile, the source of the Nile.
I don't have money today.
Just take a polite loan of 200k to stock on my shop. The signs and symptoms of success. The bank commander, not the bank teller.
Why hassle for a loan when you've got MTN Momo? We're sorting it. Use the Momo app or dial *165*5# for all quick loans. Choose from the different loan options from our partners and get one that works for you. Together, we're unstoppable.
Attention everyone, the Ministry of Health has planned to vaccinate all persons aged 1 year to 60 years old to protect them against yellow fever disease. The mass vaccination will take place in 53 districts in these regions: Kampala, Buganda, Teso, Ankole and Karamoja. Vaccination is free and available at all government health facilities and outreach posts in these regions. The vaccination campaign will take place from April 2nd to April 8th, 2024. The vaccine is safe, effective and free of charge and has been approved by World Health Organization and Ministry of Health. This message is from Ministry of Health with support from Gavi.
Special announcement. The Secretary General of the National Resistance Movement (NRM) informs party members and the entire public that the membership registration exercise will run from Wednesday 13th to Sunday the 17th of March 2024. You are therefore requested to go to your branches or villages to participate in the display, update and registration of your details. Those confirmed dead, left the area or crossed to other political parties should be publicly deleted from the register, while the new residents and those who have come of age be added. Please note that every member must show up in person and only registered individuals will participate in the internal party structure elections and party primaries.
Welcome back, and this is News Tonight here on UBC TV. My name is Rukidi Kiijanangoma. Now, Uganda Business and Technical Examinations Board, UBTEB, in partnership with Eastport University, have passed out graduates with certificates in professional software engineering and multimedia. Dr. Wilfred Namia, the Deputy Secretary Education at UBTEB, highlighted high demand for employable skills, as we hear in this story.
The growing demand for vocational skills and tech expertise poses challenges. Dr. Wilfred Nahumia, Deputy Secretary Examinations at UBTEB, emphasized this at an Elizabeth University graduation ceremony.
Jobs are limited, yet the jobs in the skilling sector are still available. So it is still a virgin area. We need to keep encouraging people to join. More so, institutions that are recognized by government, institutions by Ministry of Education, institutions recognized by National Council for Education, but most important, where they can really get hands-on skills.
The focus on enhancing hands-on skills stresses the need to bridge theory-practice gap for workforce readiness.
Emphasis is what somebody can do, not the certificate, but what somebody can do with this hands-on training.
Dr. K.M. Matthew, Vice Chancellor at Elizabeth University, expressed the need to embrace hands-on skills to target employment opportunities in the future.
Our aim is to skill the youth of Uganda, and when we collaborate with UBTEB for the certificate program, those students who are not able to come for the diploma or degree, they get hands-on training and skilling by undergoing the certificate program.
But we are fully confident that you are leaving us with all the skills, with all the creativity in your minds.
Graduates have received certificates in professional software engineering and multimedia. Irene Faith Nantongo, Mary Namukosi, UBC News.
Now, in a bid to transform livelihoods of women and girls, a remarkable initiative has been undertaken by Kids Club Kampala, aiming to equip them with valuable skills. Anit Nacheyune, the program head, Kids Club Kampala, highlighted the success of the initiative, announcing the graduation of 42 individuals who have undergone 4 months of intensive training.
Graduates were awarded certificates and provided with startup kits to kickstart their entrepreneurial journey.
So today we have been able to graduate off people who have been training in tailoring and knitting, around 42 of them. They have been with us for a period of 4 months because that is the time that the course runs. And today we have passed them out with certificates, but then also startup kits.
Anit Nacheyune emphasized the importance of leveraging acquired skills and encouraged the graduates to utilize their newfound expertise
effectively. She extended an invitation to neighboring communities to participate in the free of charge skill development program, stressing its accessibility and inclusivity.
Okay, so for the graduates, as we have sent them out with startup kits, I encourage them to focus and to also make sure that they make use or good use of the skill they have acquired from us. It's a skilling center, so we call upon all the people in Naguru and the surrounding communities to come and be part of this great initiative. It's free of charge. We don't charge a penny for this skilling, and the course runs for a period of 4 months.
However, amidst the triumph of the program, challenges loom large. Limited resources hinder the organization's ability to accommodate the overwhelming number of individuals expressing interest in skill acquisition.
Acquiring such skills, these are practical skills, and I want to encourage the graduates to utilize such skills to be job creators, not job seekers. But also I would like to encourage government to invest a lot in these institutions. Vocational institution is the way to go, and it's something that will go a long way in empowering our young girls so that they can be able to fend for their livelihoods.
Despite this setback, the commitment to empowering vulnerable communities remains unwavering.
And this project has already helped the community for this period, for the period of time they have settled within this village. And I still encourage them not to get tired. They should continue with the helping people by skilling. They are not only skilling girls, but they are skilling girls, boys, and women. Only that boys they are lazy.
With a steadfast commitment to addressing challenges and a vision for inclusive growth, this initiative aims at transforming the lives of women and girls in undeserved communities. Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
Thanks, Kaya, for that story there. Now, as the world eagerly anticipates International Women's Day celebrations, women and teenage girls in Kajansi, Wakiso district, have received a donation of equipment worth 17 million Ugandan shillings from MTN Uganda. This initiative is part of MTN Uganda's Change Makers program launched last year to support grassroots projects with significant impact on local communities.
Women and girls in Kajansi, Wakiso districts are beneficiaries of equipment valued at 17 million Uganda shillings, generously donated by MTN Uganda through its charitable arm MTN Foundation. This donation is testament to the commitment of the MTN Changemakers program, inaugurated in July last year, aimed at strengthening grassroots projects that positively influence communities.
We are addressing the vulnerable people to see how can we help them, especially the young ladies who drop out of school. Now we are extending it to the young boys who are also not able to support themselves. So in other words, we are looking at how we can have a win-win scenario. As MTN is gaining, then we should also reward the communities to see that we grow together.
Mariam Nakirija, the founder of the Tusitukire Wamu Development Association, emphasized the significant impact this support will have on improving community livelihoods.
Really, I can say that MTN, thank you so much, because you have not only supported me, but you have supported the community of Chitende, Kajansi Town Council, and the girl child and the boy child of Chitende and the neighboring place.
Operated by the Tusitukire Wamu Development Association, the center offers essential skills training in tailoring, baking, and hairdressing to over 300 individuals. The focus is on school dropouts, teenage mothers, youths, and persons with disabilities who receive certificates from the Directorate of Industrial Training.
Because I dropped out of school and my parents couldn't push me. Actually, I'm the one that educated myself even at school, and I thank God for that. Even up to now, this course I'm the one paying for myself. Yeah, I wanted to get something on hands-on so that I can employ myself and so that I can help other girls as well and my sisters also.
Sada Mubale, UBC News, Kampala.
Women represented by Uganda Women's Network are urging government to champion their self-sustainability through economic empowerment, aiming to establish a foundation for sustainable income and elevated status. In a consultative engagement held ahead of Women's Day celebrations, the stakeholders emphasized the need for the implementation of robust laws promoting inclusivity for women. We have more in this story.
The focus of the discussion centered on providing economic empowerment both in workplaces and homes to enable women to sustain and strengthen their economic standing.
When women have economic independence and resources, they are likely to engage in civic activities, advocate for their rights, and participate in political processes, contributing to their inclusive and representation in governance.
To foster economic justice, stakeholders are recommending the government to enact the minimum wage bill and support the development of small-scale businesses, contributing to the overall economic empowerment of women.
Recommend that government should support a multi-sectoral program of customized services that will empower women entrepreneurs and transition their enterprises from micro to medium and macro enterprises. We also have the Employment Act, which we are waiting for the President to assent to, and the Land Act, among others, which still speak to economic rights.
A critical aspect of the equality agenda involves evaluating the value of tasks performed by women in domestic settings for the economic development of a family. The initiative seeks to recognize and address the often overlooked contributions made by women in households.
This has kept women in a cycle of poverty and productivity and at the margins of society because they remain without time and resources to be able to participate effectively in economic empowerment initiatives.
While the advocacy of economic empowerment for women remains pivotal, there is a shared emphasis on the importance of inclusivity, urging men to join the fight for joint achievement.
What happens is that sometimes when we call upon the communities to come for sensitizations about human rights of women, sometimes men ignore. They think those are issues of women. But we call upon everybody to come and get sensitized and be empowered about their rights, their responsibilities.
Urging the acceleration of gender equality through women's economic empowerment, the Uganda Women's Network is pushing for increased female involvement in elective offices as a means of fostering sustainable growth. Komagum Rogers and Philip Aguta for UBC.
Now, as part of Women's Day celebrations, Uganda's leading telecommunication giants, MTN Uganda, and telecommunications equipment supplier Ericsson have engaged women at Kalere Market. The engagement mainly dwelt on financial inclusion to arm women with better opportunities, as we hear in this story.
In what the telecom giant's top brass labeled corporate social responsibility, the message to traders, especially women, was MOMO, mobile money. MTN targets to empower women financially and importantly enabling them access loans while saving through the MOMO umbrella.
For us in MTN, we believe in enabling the lives of our customers, and therefore what we sought to do differently from previous years is in line with the theme for this year's International Women's Day, where we're seeking to accelerate progress, right? And therefore drive, inspire inclusion, is to come and work with the women who are here in the markets, leveraging Momo, because we know Momo helps their business, Momo helps them to be able to keep their money safe, Momo helps them to be able to ensure that they're able to grow their businesses, even through the loans that we provide for them. So today Momo has come to celebrate all the women who are out here in the market, to tell them that we are here to support you, we are here standing with your business, and we want you to be successful.
To perfect this, MTN has started a promotion that will reward 5 women that fully embrace the Momo Pay.
We are here to support women, empower them, digital financial inclusion, enable them go cashless, like my boss mentioned. We are here to support women. So this month we are holding a promotion where we are going to reward the top 5 winners in using Momo Pay. Momo Pay is our payments product that enables women accept mobile money as a payment solution for their businesses here in the market. So the top 5 winners will get 4 million shillings for number 1. Second position will get 3 million shillings. Third will get 1.5 million shillings. Fourth, 1 million. And the fifth, 500,000. So we encourage all women to participate, all customers to come and use Momo to buy their items. We will be back on the 26th to run the draw.
The traders in the market were also educated about how the MTN merchant code works and rewards.
And we are working together with MTN, we are trying to promote the mobile money financial service. This helps the ladies to improve their financial aspect among the community.
Sports news now, and we look at the game of golf, where the Golf Match Play Challenge has made a grand return with Stanbic Bank as the tournament's main sponsor for the next 3 years. The bank takes over from Uganda Breweries brand and comes with a 500 million Ugandan shillings boost for 3 years.
The title sponsorship was confirmed at a press conference held at Stanbic Bank Umoja House branch in Nakasero on Wednesday afternoon. The event was graced by representatives from the Entebbe Golf Club and from other sponsors including Safari Motors, DSTV Uganda and Uganda Airlines.
Stanbic, who are our bankers, Entebbe Club, have come in very strong, and this time we are signing with them a 3-year agreement. Is going over 3 years to sponsor, as the lead sponsor, to sponsor the Entebbe Stanbic Match Play Championship. Our other sponsors, Uganda Airlines, who are coming in with tickets that will be given, to the eventual winners and runners-up of the Match Play Championship. Then we have CFAO, whom you remember those the cars that are normally presented for the hole-in-one as the tournament is going along, together with DSTV for Business, who are here today and will also be our partner sponsors. And there's also the other official drinks partner, UBL. We are still discussing with them.
This is a 3-year tournament and a 3-year commitment from us as Stanbic, and we will be investing 500 million over the next 3 years. A big part for what we do at Stanbic is think about the lifestyle of our customers. And as I spoke, golf is a very integral part of that, because we see that the game of golf has the power of bringing people together. It's a rich sport that allows people to continually try to get better. And at Stanbic, we are always committed to improving, getting better, first of all for our customers.
The Golf Match Play Challenge is an exclusive tournament to the Entebbe Golf Club, and this year it will have an adjusted format.
So we're happy to bring this back this year. We're going to have about 7 rounds, starting with the qualifier. After the qualifier, we're going to select about 64 pairs. 64 pairs who will then go into round 1 up till the championship match. As you know, this is match play, and it is a very interesting format that golfers really love.
The 7-round tournament to be played at the Entebbe Golf Club will have the first challenge take place on March 16th, 2024, and the final round will happen on the 12th of October, 2024.
And that story brings us to the end of this News in English bulletin here on UBC TV. Thank you so much for having kept us company. I'm Rukidi Kiijanangoma. See you at 10.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
The International Women's Day was